I'm doing this about an hour early because I have some exciting news, or at least I think it's exciting. At 7 o'clock or in about 21 minutes, I will be interviewing a potential new expert for our series. If you don't know already, we already do a daily financial news show 7 days a week, usually at 7:30, where we go over the news of the day. No clickbait, no YouTube algorithms. We just talk about what is really going on in the world of finance, money, investing, real estate consumers, and the like. But we also do interviews with multimillionaires 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. And I am interviewing kind of a missing category, right? One of the things I've often wanted is to get an attorney, talk legal advice, estate planning, things of that nature. So I'll be interviewing a potential attorney this afternoon or this morning in about 20 minutes. We'll see how that goes. We'll see if I click, see if I get a good vibe. Assuming I do, we've already agreed to have them be a weekly contributor going forward. So if you have estate questions, legal questions, the ones that I avoid because A, I'm not an attorney, and B, I don't think I have enough, variables to give legal advice. Start leaving questions below. Again, we'll interview them at 7. That'll be posted by 11 or 12 today. So I'm excited by that. But that means I had to get up early. That means this guy right here has to be a little fussy this morning. He wants to say hi. This is Jimbo. Hi, buddy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you don't feel good. All right. So let's get on with the news and let's hope the interview in a few minutes goes well. So first and foremost, I thought it was interesting that the UK regulators came out and basically told their citizens that, hey, if you invest in crypto, be ready to lose everything. Certainly wise advice, certainly something that we have often talked about. Happens to come on a day when crypto's down almost 20%, which is interesting and good timing. The fear of missing out is real. I have seen more posts of people buying fractional shares, or actually not shares, I'm sorry, fractional coins here in the last week than I've seen in the last 2 years, which is interesting, right? The higher it goes, fear of missing out comes in, and boom, they get sopped with a 20% decline, and now they're weak hands and they get out. We'll see what happens. But this is something that is really going on. Next, the thing that I think is probably most interesting is a call I had on the 1st. And that was when I shared my number one variable that I was tracking. You track lots of things in this business, but as a real estate investor, the one I'm tracking is the 10-year note. The 10-year note obviously has a correlation with 30-year mortgages, and it's rising faster than I expected. Now, some of you may say it's still at 1.1%, which is what it hit today, which again is upward trend, but it was 0.91 when I started this conversation. So it's up 20%. And as we talked with Mortgage Matt last week, it is already impacting interest rates. There is more talk by the media about the 10-year going to 2% this year. That's a 50% move, folks. Interest rates could go higher. This impacts real estate decisions. It could temper owner occupants. It could offer more options for investors. These are things that we need to watch as investors, right? What do I tell you all the time? I track the consumer and cost of capital. Right? This cost of capital has been a non-starter for, I don't know, a year, maybe 18 months because it was only going down. Well, it won't always go down, and new investors are starting to realize that. Another thing is very obvious that we've talked about in this channel is trillions with an S, capital letters, underscore, boldface, of stimulus are coming and coming quickly. Again, I'm not arguing right or wrong. I deal with what's happening, and I believe trillions of dollars are coming. So what does that mean? Well, it means that I think inflation is going to pick up, means the economy is going to pick up, means the Fed is going to have to raise rates sooner. It's going to force the Treasury or the 10-year to rise faster, folks. These are all powerful dominoes that are coming and need to be things that we watch. In addition to that, it will be interesting to see if the stock market cracks this week. we'll see if there's any correlation between Bitcoin's 20% drop in 48 hours and the stock market, right? Are people raising cash? Are they getting off margin? Are people truly nervous about the dollar? It is going to be an interesting couple of days, I think. I think the market's going to open kind of soft today. Again, I'm recording this at 6:30, so I have no idea where the market opened, but I think it's going to be soft. And again, I guess I'm both excited and nervous about these trillions of dollars coming. I think it's going to be a hell of a party in 2021. But, I look into 2022 and see a hangover. And boy, this hangover could be one for the record books. And I've got to position myself. I'll be, as I always do, sharing with you what I'm doing, but it is something to look for. And the last thing about the interest rates, if I haven't said it before, I'll say it again here. The affordability index that is so important to my investing decisions, at least for homes, one of the variables is interest rate. So price could stay the same, income could stay the same, but if the 30-year goes up, it becomes less affordable. Folks, you got to understand why these are all connected. I think it was Friday I put out a video giving you homework if you're one of my students. Just understand, even if prices stay the same, but interest rates rise, it's less affordable and you will have less cash flow, unless rents go up as well, which I think is possible, but not one-to-one or not at the same time frame. So be careful. Yes, Jimbo, you're talking. Next up, we have Lululemon. This is something that I think is going to happen more and more. We are going to have companies like Lululemon come out this morning and essentially raise forecasts. They raised it. They said we beat Q4, we beat revenue, beat earnings, but it wasn't enough. Something is happening, I believe, in these high flyers, and that is called the whisper number. We don't hear about this a lot, but it happens in bull markets where the street puts out a number, call it 8, but what they're really looking for is 10, right? These are just examples. When the whisper numbers not beat or hit, that's when the stocks take it. And I think we're going to see a lot of high flyers have whisper numbers, which is, a number above what their official call is, and that is going to be something to watch. And I think Lululemon's the first to see that this morning. We have Apple officially talking with other car manufacturers about developing an EV. I think this is interesting. I've done business with Apple over the years, and they are super, super secretive. Like, you can't mention their name in a press release. You can't even allude to their name in a press release. But to say that they've now come out and said they're not only talking with Hyundai, but also Mercedes, is a sign of probably there's leaks on the other side, frankly, but also wanting to rest assure the market that, yes, they are taking it serious. And probably also highlight that they're going to be the technology partner and not the auto manufacturer, right? I think they're kind of making that connection. I've talked about J&J's vaccine a couple of times over the last 3 to 4 months. It's on the cusp. I think we're expecting data at the end of January. This one could be a game changer. It's supposed to be a one-shot vaccine. It's supposed to be, it doesn't require cold storage and all of those things. So there's hope that another, hundreds of millions of vaccine doses will be out. Although I think it's fair to say that the rollout currently of available vaccines has been atrocious. So hopefully that, picks up. Again, the people that want it, get it. And the people that don't, I don't care, right? If you want it, great. If you don't. That's the beauty of being American. You have the choice and you can pay the consequences of your choice. That's the beauty of it. Something I thought was a little fun. And again, I'm a dog lover, as you've seen a couple of times on this show. I did not know this, and I feel like I have let Jimbo down. Ben and Jerry's ice cream. They've created frozen dog treats called doggy desserts. Has anybody tried these things? I am shocked. I have not heard of this. I must get some for Jimbo. Doggy desserts by Ben and Jerry. It just has to be awesome. So we are going to be getting some later today. We'll see. We'll let you know what we think. I'm happy to report one politician I talk about on this channel is Gavin Newsom, because I think he has lied to the California populace, and he has done some atrocious things to the California economy. The good news is the recall Gavin is picking up steam. I think it's less than 500,000 signatures needed. So they actually have almost like polling places now where you can go and sign and things of that nature. So getting close to putting it on the ballot. That would make me feel better, I think. Yeah, even just to have the chance to, to see what we have to see. So that is cool. And then the last thing to talk about is something that is going to be, I think, motivating me the rest of my life. And I just saw this morning. And fewer than 4 in 10 Americans, 4 in 10, so fewer than 4 in 10, could handle a surprise $1,000 expense, emergency, health coverage, flat tire, whatever it is. That's a problem. I think that's a problem we need to acknowledge at the highest levels and get after. I think it starts in the family. Obviously, I think it starts in school. Right. I have an MBA, and from a great university, we never really talked about money and budgeting and things of that nature. And I was an accountant and still didn't do any of that kind of family planning things. We need to realize that we can't live so close to the edge. We just can't live that close to the edge. Saving money is okay. Hopefully that is something we take out of this crisis. The emergency fund is needed. But if history shows anything, we will go back to old habits. And that's not okay. So one of the things I'll be pushing a lot is not only learning your market, doing work, things of that nature, but at least pushing the idea of, hey, let's not be, let's be better than that, right? Let's be able to handle those surprise expenses that come with life. So that's what I got for you today. I apologize for doing this early, but I thought it was better to do it early than later because all of you expected at 7:30. So have a wonderful day. Take care of yourself, and let's see how the interview goes with the attorney. Bye.